Oh shit, hello. Sum up here. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about probably one of the most disgusting, vile, and honestly kind of interesting subreddits that I think I've seen. I don't visit Reddit that much, but when I saw this, I just kind of felt almost personally affected because I know people who have been affected by this type of stuff. And I don't even know if it's really breaking rules, but when you see this, you're gonna really understand. Okay, so before we actually head into the subreddit itself, let me just give some context first. So if you look at this website, you can see that there are THC cartridges. Now, these cartridges are usually just condensed THC or a live resin of some sort that add up to the total THC amount. Now, the reason why these are really attractive for people is because they are very convenient. You can pretty much carry these anywhere. They're very small. And if you smoke them, the smell doesn't linger for too long. Now, that is a big issue when it becomes into public schools. If you look over here, you notice that there are fakes. A lot of these Chinese websites, these Chinese marketing websites, sell these empty cartridges with real looking packaging. It is not really that easy to spot, especially when it comes to vials themselves. I'm pretty sure they just take it off of others. And the issue with this is they are really damn cheap. People can buy around 100 pieces for $187. And while that might not seem like the best of deals, they're usually filling it with their own cutters and stuff so that they can make the most out of every vial. And then they usually sell it back to kids for maybe $45 or $50. So they are really making a big profit off of these. And if you just look, the packaging is really convincing at some points. Hell, you even have authentication codes. So some websites, before you actually want to smoke the cart, you just want to authenticate it first. Don't trust that anymore, especially if you're in an illegal state, because these packages also come with these stickers, and of course, they're fake. Now, what you usually find in these really fake carts is pesticides and heavy metals. Usually the heavy metals coming from the vials themselves, because I doubt these are safe at all. Like, even at all, none of them are FDA approved, so you really don't know what you're getting. And if you look over here, we have the THC oil vape pen cartridge test database, and you have about 70 results here. And if you look through this, you'll notice that most of these are fails. Almost every single one of these is a fail. Let's just take a look into the Kingpin. So if you look at the close-up, you notice that there are just a bunch of random chemicals. This is just pesticides that they are testing, and apparently has failed for bifenazole and carbonol. So if you want that in your body, that's great. And this is not just a one-time case. This is almost for every single cartridge. And you may be wondering, why would they put pesticides in these certain THC vials? The reason they put pesticides in them is either because they're trying to split it, so they're trying to cut it so they can make more vials and make more money, or they're trying to have an added effect so you feel the high. And the issue with all of this is, of course, it will break down your body over time. And you notice that a lot of them fail, like a lot. Cali Carts is a super big one. A lot of the brands you'll see actually just pop up again and again. And you'll notice that almost every single one has a disgusting amount of pesticides and heavy metals in it. So looking back at the index, you can notice that a lot of these names actually cater towards a younger generation. So you can look and you can see like Kingpin, that looks pretty normal. And you start going down a bit and you notice that some of these are really sus. So Captain Crunch, you really want to smoke that. You want to smoke Captain Crunch. I mean, everybody likes Captain Crunch, but I don't think you want that in your lungs. You can also see cereal carts. So let's just take a look into what are actually in these super suspect carts. So zooming in here at the Honey Nut Cheerios cart, you can notice that it does have THC actually in it. So it's not like this is full pesticides. They do put THC in it. And you can look over at the multiple fails it has made. Now, these pesticides usually aren't that harmful in and of themselves. It is over long-term use that it will just start deteriorating your body. Probably first your lungs and then your brain. Let's now hop into that subreddit. Alright, now we can actually hop into the meat of the subreddit. So the subreddit itself is a community discuss and identify black market THC vape cartridges. The idea in and of itself is not that bad. And you can notice immediately that there are a lot of members in this subreddit. There's about 21.8k members, and there's almost 400 online right now. Now, it's around 1:48 p.m., so it's around prime time. And if you look at the subreddit, you notice that a lot of people are just asking about random carts without packaging. So people will ask, is this safe to smoke? And the issue with this is, here, let's actually find one. What do you guys think? So you can see right here that there is a cartridge with no packaging, nothing at all. And there are good people on the subreddit. Like some people calling out saying boof. That just pretty much means that it is bad. And remember, bro, just because it tastes fine, looks fine, and feels fine, doesn't mean it is fine. Stay safe. And those are the good comments, right? But then you go down and you can see good black market. And I can confirm with everyone already that there is no such thing. Oil looks sexy. How is it? Pesticides look sexy? So if you keep scrolling down through the subreddit, you notice that there are also some funny packaging like the Black Mamba 24. First off, rest in peace, Kobe. You did not deserve to end up on a fake ass dab cartridge box. And you can see even people calling it out instantly. Already sold at... Okay, so here we actually have the owner or the person making the post responding, how would they be sold is dispos if they are BM. So he's pretty much saying that he bought it from a dispo, I'm pretty sure. And there are people calling it out. And it's a really humbling thing at first. And you can see here, there are people who actually call it out. But if you keep scrolling, you notice that there are a lot of issues. So the Muhammads that I showed you earlier, they're actually popping back up on the subreddit. And we can look through. Dang, hate to shit on your parade, but these are fungi cartridges and I put multiple people in the sub in the hospital. Multiple people have gone to the hospital. And there are still people who try to defend these type of carts. They don't really care what they are smoking. They post it on the subreddit just to get, I guess, that sense of security. They almost know it's unsafe for them, but they don't want to be wrong because if they were wrong about it, they're dying. And you can just look through, what do you guys think? Hella gas. And there are some actual dispo carts in here, so there are safe carts. But most of these carts are just bad. I mean, really bad. You can see here, okay, this is a known one in the subreddit. So this may look like a pretty legit package. I mean, it has everything on it. It even has lab results or QR code. We already discussed that. Probably fake as shit. Now, the main give out is the batch number HV221. Now, when you look at raw garden carts, you notice that almost all the fakes have the batch number HV221. So when they make these cartridges, they have batches of them, and each batch has a different number assigned to them. So you have different lab results each time. But every single one of these has the same one. And you could scroll down, Google that batch number. Yep, you see people fake. I got the same packaging. HV221, there, all I see, faker than Kylie Jenner's personality. And, oh, here we go. Here is some saucy stuff. Real or fake? I assume it's faked. Smoked this a few months ago. So it's a smart cart, and this looks pretty sus. So I brought out some standout cases on this subreddit. And if we look here, I'm going to try to blur out all the names I can because I don't want anybody personally attacked for this, especially if it's just a simple mistake they made. So if you look here, PSA, please do not fuck with Mua meds / Mua carts. The carts are obviously black market, selling for ridiculously low prices in bulk. Choosing to ignore this will get you killed 100%. Started smoking Muhas maybe 2 months ago, and I've gone through 4 to 5 carts. That's a lot, man. All the carts seemed to be harsh, but the high was nice. I thought I was in the clear. Dead wrong. Please do not listen to anybody on the subreddit telling you that they are filled by the manufacturer. Even the authentication, like we saw earlier, is very, very easy to be faked. Smoked one of the carts last night, and about 4 to 5 hits in, I immediately noticed my heart started pumping hard. My BPM came up to around 160 while lying down. Now, that doesn't seem that bad because usually smoking will raise your BPM. But if you're lying down, 160 is dangerous. That's simply dangerously high. Maybe after a 10-mile run, you'll be fine with the 160. But laying down, that's scary. Ended up taking an unwanted trip to the hospital where my blood pressure was also dangerously high. Never fuck with any cart from an illegal state. I'm seeing people on this sub taking a blind eye to these gray market companies. Now, these gray market companies, that's when they're referring to the Muhas. It's not FDA approved. And it will get you killed. It's only a matter of time. Stay safe, everyone. And if you look down here, I believe that I could trust my dealer. He says that he's even able to buy in bulk around $13 a cart. That is really cheap. Definite foo-foo. It is safe to say that I will definitely be leaving any sort of cartridge behind and just stick to grass. TLDR, Mua sent me to a hospital. And you can just look at some of the comments here. I used to smoke Muhas and they never gave me a problem. But my friend who has never smoked hit one and he threw up and his heart was beating really fast. He ended up being fine, but it's still weird that I had 0 problems and he almost had a heart attack. Now that's probably because it is filled differently. There are different carts and they're cut with different stuff. So you can look here. Same thing happened to me. My sister had a BM cart, a black market cart, a while back, and she was fine hitting it. I took a hit and my heart raced almost immediately. Freaked me the fuck out and never touched one since. So Muhas, they're almost a definite fake, but a lot of people choose to take this blind eye to them. A lot of people on this sub, like we saw earlier, just choose to kind of ignore that and buy them and smoke them anyways, thinking they will be fine. So let's just take a look at another case. Here we go. Standout case. What are your experiences with Mua meds? Now, you notice this was posted 23 hours ago. This story was a day ago. Somebody posted this after the story came out. And you can look. My best friend almost died from that shit. It's crazy. Damn. Can you explain? I don't smoke BM carts. I quit 5 months ago, but I'm just curious. Few things to consider. Did it get mailed to you from another state? Did you actually get it from a Mua meds distributor? Now, the issue is the Mua meds distributors don't really exist. They have an Instagram page, but none of it is regulated, and most of the test results have been confirmed to be fake. And you can just look at multiple cases like, okay, here is a horrible case, and I don't want to assume anything from anybody, but I'm just going to assume he finished these off. 5 for $85. That is really cheap. Hold on. Let me just bring up a calculator. 85 divided by 5. All right, so it was $17 a cart. And it says, tastes good, but not like weed, so probably flavoring. My throat hurts. I'm hoping that's Corona. People are hoping it's Corona and not the carts they're hitting, and not from these. I'm done smoking carts I'm done smoking carts after this. I'm done playing Russian roulette. So let's take a look at the video. So you can almost immediately notice that there are bubbles inside of this cart, and a lot of people on this subreddit will flip it, just like he's doing right now, to show that the bubbles don't really move, to show that the car is safe. But the issue is, again, the vitamin E acetate cutting. And it's almost obvious when you're buying a cart for $17. They usually sell at dispos 1 gram is usually over $60. And you can just look down here and done smoking carts after this. Yeah. So he's calling him out because he's going to probably finish those off, sadly. And I really hope this man is safe. All right, here is another standout case of people talking about their cartridges. And you can almost immediately know that there is something up with this cartridge. And you can immediately see people calling it pesticide pack. Oh no, throw it out and save your lungs. Bad news, hell nah. All cart is black market. And let's just look down. Okay, I have bought one of these before, and it just so happens to be laced with K2. Made me have the worst experience of my life. Not gonna try to tell you what you should do or shouldn't smoke, but giving you my personal experience. I pray to God that you or anyone else don't get one of those carts that I got. Stay safe, man. And then you can scroll down, any evidence of black market carts containing K2 or synthetics. Not saying your story isn't true, but people have been saying these things without any evidence. And if you're asking on a black market subreddit, you should automatically just be suspect of the carts. You shouldn't be defending the carts themselves. And there are a lot of people who try to defend these carts. Let me just try to find out some standout cases of people defending fake-ass carts. So here I have brought out some standout cases on this subreddit. I couldn't really do that big of a deep dive because there is so much on this subreddit. I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can check it out. But I just picked like maybe 5 out of best of the worst on like the first 7 pages, and it gets pretty bad, to be honest. So here we have this one. Bought this for $40 in my illegal state. I know the brand is fake because there is no testing results, and I can't find the brand, although I didn't look very well. Anyone else heard of it or no? They have a package date and it's fully sealed. Okay, you know it's fake, but then you're trying to look for the brand. So it seems like they're trying to find that sense of security that you see all the time on the subreddit. And you'll notice, like, right when you scroll down in the comments, there's going to be people just telling him, like, that's boof, man. Just don't fucking smoke that shit. That's going to kill you. Like, okay, here we go. Maybe not the safest, but the high isn't too bad. Legal state people, please don't attack. It's not worth it. It's not worth the high. It's really not. It is killing you very slowly. Dude, I laughed at that so hard because so many people on the sub just shit on all BM carts for a very, very good reason. Do I have to go back to the lab test results? And they look good to me. I have a few of these right now as well and hit hard. Except I low-key got scammed for mine. I thought it would be a full gram cart, but I bought these for $80. So you bought a black market cart and you got scammed. Yikes. If you know it's fake, why the fuck would you buy? Because the plug said better than green box, and I usually smoke green boxes anyways. So I smoke fake carts. I can't get a dispensary, so I have to buy off plugs. Just don't smoke the carts, man. Just don't go to the carts, man. It's like crack. There's really like just low-key crack in this stuff. Here's another one. So this guy knows the cart's fake too. Big chief in a legal state, so obviously a fake cart, but I've never seen writing on the rod inside before. And yeah, you can see right there's some writing. And you scroll down to the comments and you can already see supposedly it's authentic. It's a way of knowing if your stuff is fake, but the brand is fake even though I've had one. So there's people just definitely trying this stuff on this subreddit almost all the time. Wrong. Was black market. Recently licensed and in-licensed dispensaries like Cookies and Hollyweed. Their carts and bud are available at both among other dispensaries. But there's still black mark ones like what this guy mentioned. There's still black and mark ones out there, and he lives in a legal state. And you can see true, but the center rod doesn't look like a DH gate fake. Now this is another issue because people assume on this subreddit if it's on DH gate it's fake, but if it's usually not on there then you're usually pretty fine when buying that. But the issue is there's all these sites. There's literally millions of sites selling these fake carts. Just these disgusting, gross fake carts. Yep. Kids don't want to pay $50 for a dispensary cart when BM carts are half of that. That's the biggest issue with like high schoolers and stuff right now. It even happens in illegals or in legal states. It happens because the dispensary ones, they're not 50. This is an understatement, by the way. They're at least 60 usually for at least a full gram. And kids would rather smoke a just $30 full gram that they don't even know what's in it. Looks good. Looks good. You sure about that, buddy? Are you sure about that, man? I got Rove Hybrid Cart blue carts today, and I need to know if it's real or fake. I'm a little stupid and ripped the sticker, but help me out. Now, there's obviously the biggest giveaway already is that white sticker. All Rove carts have like a black sticker on them. And you can immediately see, yep, people are just telling them this shit's fake. It is some BM fake shit. But you could see people like try to lean into still taking it. It's fake. It's hard to tell though. A picture of the oil is somewhat decent. Might have pesticides or heavy metals, but it's all dependent on who filled it. Worst case scenario, just put the oil in some food. Maybe make a firecracker. Do not do this. Do not fucking do this. Do not make edibles. Don't listen to any of this shit. You do not know what's in it. Yes, it might have vitamin E acetate in it, which is almost completely harmless when you're eating it. But you don't know. You don't know any of the other shit they put in it. Like when we look back early and they had like carbonol and just all this other random pesticide shit and heavy metals. Nah, you can eat carts if it's cut with vitamin E, just an example, which is safe to consume. Yep, see, people are mentioning it's safe to consume. Now here is the piss cart. This is probably one of the worst carts I think I've seen on this subreddit. And this did not get the attention it deserved. This guy probably smoked this. So let's just look down at the comments. Well known to be a fake brand. It's a boost. Smoke at your own peril. And then he smoked it. He fucking smoked it. What? And he gave an update. Thank you. Thank you for the Reddit gold. It hits harder than a dispensary, and that's like a type of brand. Stizzy? Stizzy? I don't really know. And I haven't gotten any symptoms. One get after smoking some boof oil. It seems like a valid live resin, but there's BM there for no telling for sure. Def one of the better BM carts. There's people on the subreddit rating BM carts like just black market fake boof shit. You could cop, in my opinion, but obviously stick to dispo shit if you have that option. You should only have that one option. And I know it seems like I just keep going on and on and on about this, but come on. People are still asking about stuff like this. Are you serious? That looks like straight up piss. Like they probably just pissed in it and sold it to you for $50 and you fell for it. And then you smoked it. And then you gave an update on it. Oh boy, here we go. Here is another one. Now this just proves my point that a lot of these brands are just trying to cater towards younger kids. I know this was a huge issue in the vaping industry because a lot of people are saying that Juul catered towards kids with like the flavoring and stuff. This is a 100% standout case because the packaging literally looks like it was made by a 5-year-old. Sauced 1 gram live resin sauce cartridge. You really think an adult's looking at that and thinking, wow, I really want to smoke that and put that in my lungs? And you can look at it. I mean, it's just a normal box. It does have information on the back, but it's like, it looks like it's straight out of like a Fortnite update. It's insane. And look at that. Look at that. That is really foggy. Your resin should not be that foggy, live or not. That is horrible. It's straight up horrible. That shit just looks disgusting. And this brings me to my last point. A lot of people are having health issues with this and actually posting it on the subreddit. So if we take a look at this last part, freaking out about my health from vaping bad carts. I only vape from 2 different vape carts. I recently thrown them away, but I've been coughing and my lungs kind of hurt. I'm worried I vape something really bad for my health. Am I gonna be okay? Dude, see a doctor. First off, don't post on fucking Reddit. Please don't post on Reddit. Just go to a doctor, man. I know you're probably like living with your parents still, but just go see a doctor. Just be honest, because it's gonna get you killed at some point. I got sick for 2 weeks because my boy that I know personally was selling me fake shit, and me being naive trusting him almost died because of him. I had body sweats, fever, abdominal pain, loss of hunger, and loss of taste. That sounds a lot like crack, don't it? I even went to the doctor thinking I had corona because of geez, that is some butchered sentencing. Because what I used to call my friend. I even told him and he left me on open. So people are literally just backstabbing each other just to make this quick profit. If you feel you're in too much of danger, then I go to a hospital. I personally stuck it out and ended up okay, but that's not the same case for everyone. I'm glad you're okay, man, but okay, wow. Here's my personal experience. I have gone through at least 20 black market carts. Okay, at that point, you're getting a little bit of brain rot, probably. First, your lungs. At 20, dude, you're getting some brain rot. Switched brands and immediately started feeling chest pains. I quit right away and fully healed. Good job, man. I'm glad you quit that shit. Stick with grass. So the point of this video was really just to get a message out to Reddit itself. I think somebody needs to step in with this shit. You can just keep scrolling down, man, and it's people just coin flipping on whether these carts are safe or not. I mean, you see Muhammad's all the time and you already know it's like fake crack shit. And I'm not that big of a Redditor, so I don't really know the rules and regulations and all that stuff, but I really feel like this should be a quarantine type of thing, so they can't just like quick search it or anything, because there's so many deters that they can do that would just stop this shit. And with that, I want to leave y'all with a little personal message. Please, if you live in a legal state, please don't buy any of those cartridges. Like, just don't. I know people who have been affected greatly by those cartridges, and they are a sin. I know they are cheap. I know they are convenient. And it's crazy what people will go to, what lengths people will go to just to get that little bit of a high. I mean, I even showed you in the video, there's people like, they know it's some bad shit, but they'll smoke it anyways. And then they'll give you an update after for that Reddit gold, you know. And with that, yo, stay safe, please. This was Sum Up. Peace.